Ah, young friendship, so pure, so loyal, so perfect for twisting into a soul-shredding nightmare. Tonight's tale is about two little deadbeats rolling through life with nothing but skateboards and stolen soda to their names. But when one of them gets the itch to escape, he makes a deal with something that smiles a little too wide to trust. And let's just say he's about to learn. In this town, no one gets out clean. So grab your boards and hold on to your faces, creeps. We're dropping into a nasty little nibble I call Grinner. The heat clings like old breath, asphalt soft, sky yellowing with dust and smog. Somewhere in the distance, sirens wail, and the world keeps rotting like roadkill. Two figures lays under the shade of a half-dead tree by a battered old skate park surrounded by dead grass, a warped stretch of cracked concrete and graffitied ramps that hadn't seen a fresh coat of paint since Cota was in diapers. Cota Thorne, his long black hair hanging wild in his face, sits on the edge of a rusted quarter pipe. He doesn't say much, never does. He just smokes, sketches something in a beat-up notebook, and watches the clouds crawl by. Donnie Reyes never shuts up. Twitchy and dirt-smeared, is pacing in circles, slurping up the last drops of his melted slushy as annoyingly as he can. They're not doing tricks so much as hanging, smoking, and bitching about their town. The heat, the jobs, the fact that they're just wasting away in what's left. I swear this town's a freaking purgatory. Like, they should be filming one of those ghost hunter shows here. We could be cursed and no one would even know. Cota grunts, doesn't look up. Dude. Donnie throws his arms wide. You ever think we're already dead? Like we just never noticed? Cota flips the page in his sketchbook. Something about the last drawing itches at him. The wide grin, the needle teeth, an eerie, warped head. He doesn't remember sketching it, and it's there now, grinning. Man, what's that? Donnie leans over. Cota snaps the book shut. Just something I saw. These moments are their life. Scraped knees and stolen snacks. It's stupid. It's dangerous. But it's all they had. Dusk settles like bruises. They walk the long way back, cutting through the forgotten edge of town, past crumbling strip malls, sagging trailers, and a long-dead hardware store with its windows blackened by grime and time. Behind it, at the end of an overgrown lot, there's a ruined structure, half burned, collapsed on one side. Donnie says, "That place still standing? That heap's gotta finish rotting any day now." Cota replies flatly, "The Hollow House." Donnie snorts. Sounds like a death metal album. You ever been in? Cota, still staring, barely notices the question. "Wanna check it out, man?" Donnie asks. Cota hesitates, then almost too casually says, "Already have." He's lying, but something about the place is pulling at him, like gravity, or something worse. They move to keep walking, but both stop at the same moment. The sound, teeth, not chewing, not biting, just clacking, a slow, patient rhythm, like someone trying to hold off the cold. Donnie looks at Cota. "That you?" Cota shakes his head, then steps off the road toward the house. "You coming?" Donnie falters, then follows. He always follows. Inside, worked wood, soot-stained walls, a sickly stench of plastic and mildew, maybe something gone rancid. Their footsteps echo. The light from Donnie's phone light barely penetrates the gloom. In the far corner, something stirs. A figure, half in shadow, limbs bent awkwardly, a rictus grin so wide it's torn the skin at the corners, splitting its ruined face, gums exposed, teeth yellow, and still clacking even though his mouth didn't seem to be moving. Grinner. "What the hell is that?" Donnie whispers. The figure shifts, like it's just now noticed them, like it's always been there, waiting. It doesn't speak first. Cota does. Quiet. almost to himself. What are you? Cota steps forward, barely breathing, almost like in a trance. Grinner speaks softly, almost politely. Not a hiss, more like a hush, like he's trying not to wake something worse.
Just a little hole in the world, a crack where things fall through, like you.
Clack, clack, clack.
You want out, don't you, of the dust, the heat, the slow death of forgetting.
Cota flinches, but says nothing.
I can help. All you have to do is give me something real, something that hurts.
Clack, clack, clack.
You give, I give. That's the way of things.
Coda's voice is flat, hollow. He scoffs. Fine, get me out. He turns to leave. Grinner's smile widens, and then Grinner replies.
Done.
Donnie grabs Coda's arm. Dude, no, we're leaving. Cota quietly replies. I think we already stayed too long. The next few days slide by with an air of unease. Cota changes. Not fast, but like water rising in a house while you sleep. By the time you notice, your feet are already wet. At home, his uncle forgets his name briefly, then later forgets the conversation entirely. At the gas station, the usual clerk flinches like she's never seen him before. He starts seeing Grinner's reflection in puddles and glass. It's showing up everywhere, standing at the far edges of parking lots, in drainage tunnels, windows, always watching. Donnie notices first. Not something obvious, just the way Cota stands too still now. The way he stares too long at nothing. The way he smiles. A Grinner smile. You look older, Donnie says one day. Overnight. Like, way older, man. You're not acting like yourself. Cota shrugs. Maybe I'm not. Sleep's been weird. Then the sketchbook starts filling with teeth. Donnie flips through it one day while Coda's out of the room. Pages and pages, black ink and graphite, drawings of eyes, teeth, warped buildings collapsing in on themselves. And one page shows the hollow house, but with mouths instead of windows, teeth instead of shingles. The hell are you drawing, man? Donnie asks quietly. He finds one sketch, a familiar face, his own, but the mouth is sewn shut. Cota returned to the room, glancing over Donnie's shoulder at the drawing with a look of confusion. I don't remember drawing that. Sunset. The old skate park. The heat's finally dying down, but everything's still humming like a power line about to snap. Long shadows stretch across the cracked concrete. The old skate park's almost empty. Just two silhouettes moving slowly. Koda and Donnie coast lazily. But Coda's slower now, stiffer, like he's forgetting how to move. The silence between them feels like a wall. Donnie keeps glancing over, trying to ignore the growing knot in his stomach. You're skating like a zombie, dude. Donnie says, half joking. Forget how to ollie? Cota doesn't laugh. Doesn't even look up. He just stares off distantly, into the horizon. That new faint grin still etched on his face. Donnie keeps watching him, then nudges his own board up alongside his friend and tries again. You remember this old board, man? Donnie said, showing Cota the busted tail with scuffed up grip tape. Cota shrugs. Kinda. Donnie, smiling faintly, replies, It was yours first. You gave it to me, remember? Back when those assholes jacked mine behind the rec center? I never forgot that. You didn't say anything, just dropped your board in front of me and walked off like it was nothing. Cota blinks slowly. A dry breeze cuts through the silence, and then Cota replies, Why did I do that? Donnie pauses and looks at him closely, like he's hoping this is a joke. Something wilts behind his eyes. I don't know, man. Guess you figured I needed it more. Cota nods slowly, but you can tell he's already forgetting it again, like someone going through the motions that they don't understand. They stand there for a beat, the sun bleeding into the edges of the sky. Donnie looks down at the board under his feet, and then says softly, Still ride it, you know. Been taping it up for years. Didn't want to lose it. Cota pushes off, gliding away on his board. He doesn't say a word. Donnie watches him go, alone in the fading light. The wheels clack on the concrete, but for the first time, it doesn't sound like skating. It sounds like teeth. That night, back at Cota's uncle's, the trailer is quiet. Cota stands in the narrow kitchen, detached, almost unaware he lives there. He goes to open the fridge and grab a soda, and stops. Donnie notices his hesitation. The family photo stuck to the door, the one with him, his cousin, and uncle, is missing. In its place, a scrap of blackened sketch paper, curled at the corners, half charred. Faint and frantic, but sharply etched, is a wide, jagged smile. Everything okay? Donnie asks. Cota doesn't turn. Do I look okay? Cota snaps. Donnie doesn't answer. He walks to the sink, trying to act normal. Cota holds the paper in both hands like it might bite. He took it. The photo of us. Cota says. Who did? Donnie asks. You know who, Cota replies. Donnie stiffens. Cota, whatever this is, you need to stop. We need to stop. Cota turns now. Slowly. Not scared. Just tired. He said he'd help. He did. But I still feel stuck. Still feel like I'm fading here. Maybe it wasn't enough. Donnie steps forward. Alarmed. Dude, no. You already gave him something and you're different now. Can't you feel that? Maybe I didn't give enough. Man, stop. Cota angrily interrupts. You don't get it. How the hell could you? From the hallway, the light flickers. Then, a soft sound. Clack, clack, clack. Cota shoves past Donnie, storming out. Donnie follows Cota to the hollow house, remaining unseen. Back at the hollow house, the air is heavy like a mouthful of smoke. Grinner waits in the shadows, closer this time, more real. Cota slams the drawing to the floor and says, I said I wanted out. Not this. Not being erased.
You said you didn't care. You gave. I took.
Cota's fists tremble. Take it back. Grinner tilts his head, that horrible grin never fading.
There are no take-backs. Only new trades. Give me something precious. Something you'll miss. And I'll give you peace. I'll give you God.
Cota says nothing, but the silence he leaves behind feels like consent. Behind him, Donnie watches from the shadows of the doorway. He sees Grinner turn and stare right at him, even though he's hidden. Clack, clack, clack. His knuckles are white on the edge of his board, the soft clicking. It's closer now. Donnie hasn't slept in 2 nights. Every time he closes his eyes, he hears it. Not breathing, not scratching. Teeth. Click, clack, click. Under the bed, in the walls, inside his head. His mom finds him at 3 a.m. sitting on the couch, wide-eyed. Says she saw him outside last night, staring in the middle of the street, staring at their house. But he doesn't remember that. He was in bed, wasn't he? She's scared. Says his eyes don't look right. Donnie slips back into his room, hoping to maybe find some sleep. He nearly trips over Coda's sketchbook left on the floor like bait, still full of teeth and eyes. He flips to a page near the back, and there, the two of them, drawn in careful, painful lines. The drawing shows Donnie standing next to Cota, but Donnie is faded, half erased, his eyes scratched out. He knows Coda's fading fast, but so is he. He feels it then, not fear, something worse, like something crawling along the back of his brain, a different kind of knowing. His heart thudding, he closes the book, grabs his shoes quickly, glancing over briefly to the mirror on his way through the door. A flickering image of Grinner. Donnie slips out into the wee hours of the night. He runs like he never has, instinctually through the back streets, past dead convenience stores and busted fences to the hollow house, knowing Cota will be there. Later that night, Donnie waits at the hollow house. The wind howls like a dying laugh. Inside, it's darker and quieter, like the air is being held in a closed fist. Cota arrives slowly, shoulders slack, eyes dim. He looks drained, empty, like a piece of paper someone's erased too many times. Cota says to himself, it's almost done. Donnie steps out of the shadows, face stiff. No, it's not. Behind them, Grinner emerges from the far corner, arms long and outstretched, fingers twitching, the teeth clicking faster now, excitedly.
The trade is sealed. What's given is taken. He belongs to the forgiving now.
Donnie steps between them. His voice shakes, but he doesn't stop. Then take something else. Take the only thing that matters. Grinner stops, smiles wider.
You want to save him. What do you give?
A memory, Donnie replies. Grinner stills. His teeth stop. The whole house holds its breath. Donnie speaks slowly, carefully, like saying it too fast might break him. The day he gave me his board. The reason I followed him this far. When I was 8, some older kids shoved me down and stole my board. I was bleeding and crying. Everyone else walked past, except Cota. He didn't say anything, just handed me his board and walked away. That's when I knew he was my best friend. Donnie hesitates. Take it. Take that moment. Grinner tilts his head and pauses as if to think it over.
That's not a memory. That's a beginning.
A lingering moment. Then, click. A single teeth clack, like a finger snap. to symbolize wish granted. Grinner touches Coda's forehead with one crooked finger. It sounded like glass cracking. Donnie's eyes glaze over, just for a second. He blinks. He turns to look at Cota, smiling through tears. Grinner smiles so wide his cheeks tear at the edges.
A beautiful trade.
Cota steps back, dazed, gasps, his breath returning, eyes sharpen. He looks around, confused. What? Where? Cota says. He sees Donnie. Hey, do I know you? Donnie just nods, swallowing hard. Nah, man, not really. Just passing through. He lowers his head and walks out alone. Cota, now coming to, stumbles outside and sits on a cracked bus stop bench outside the hollow house. The sun's rising. The air is different. He feels lighter, restored, his head clear. He walks home. His uncle greets him like nothing ever happened. His cousin yells something from down the hall. The photo of all of them back on the fridge, like he never left. No one mentions the missing days. No one mentions Donnie. No one seems to know the name. Cota checks his phone. No messages. He finds a sketchbook, but all the pages are blank. He goes to the skate park. It's empty. But someone left something under a tree by the fence. An old skateboard with a cracked tail, held together with duct tape. He looks at it, confused, picks it up, studies it, turns it over in his hands. It feels familiar. For a moment, just a flicker, something inside him almost stirs. He thinks he remembers something, someone, like a distant echo of a name he never learned, but it's gone before it lands. Later that night, Cota walks home, past dark shop fronts and drainage tunnels. Every reflective surface catches a shape. A figure in the corner of a mirror, a face in a puddle, eyes behind glass, just watching, like a friend, waiting for you to remember who you are.
Well now, wasn't that sweet? One friend gave up everything, so the other one could escape, and the only one smiling is the freak in the corner. That's the thing about memories, kiddies. They're a terrible thing to lose, and a delicious thing to steal. So next time you hear teeth clacking in the dark, don't look back, just grin and bear it, because some bargains leave you hollow. Nighty night.